Hello to all the beautiful people watching this video. Today we're going to be painting together again, but we're going to do it a little bit different than last time. This time you're going to be set up on this trusty little tripod right here and looking down at the painting I'm doing. So, doing the rest of you. So let's get started, I guess. I'm going to pick out the paints I'm starting with first, and also want to show you my outfit. I'm wearing flared jeans with a dress. This is my exposure therapy for the week. Just kidding, I think it's cute. All of my paints are in this box right here. You can't really see it, but I'm gonna pick a couple out for us to start with. It's hard to see, but I don't want to take all the stuff off that's on top of this box. So now the tricky part is to get a paintbrush out. Oh geez, okay, wait. Oh. It's stuck, I feel like. Got it. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna put you in your actual position soon, I promise. Also, look at the bangs. I love it. Here's the colors I got. This is called Chrome. It's very bent. And then we have olive green and this brown. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's, okay. That might be the, you can't see it, but it's a very, very dark brown. And then I just got some white. And then I got this kind of crusty paintbrush. Okay, let's get started. Here's what we're working with. We just hope and pray that this tripod doesn't topple over on top of me. Okay, hello, it's me from the future. So another reason why this video is different is because I'm doing a voiceover for it instead of just talking to you the entire time. So, yeah, so I'm just starting with the background here. I'm adding some greens and the dark brown I showed you. And another reason why this is different is that I'm experimenting a little bit today, and I'm going to try doing acrylic on watercolor paper, which you'll see is kind of a bad idea because, of course, acrylic paint is water-based, and watercolor paper is obviously going to absorb the water, so it's going to get kind of wrinkly, but it's okay, we're going to try. And also, I could not, for the life of me, get this brown out. It was such a struggle. I ended up stabbing it with a bobby pin, as you can see here, because it was the only thing I had nearby, but it ended up sort of working. I still had to, like, push it out with all of my might. But there we go, you can see it's sort of working. Pretty much gave up after that, so we're moving on to the chrome green. I don't know why it's called chrome, but when I think of chrome I really don't think of green, but whatever. This is kind of more olive green than the other one in my opinion, and I was struggling really badly to get the lid off, but there we go. After that I decided to go back in with more of the olive green color because it was the only color that wasn't like extremely difficult to get out of the tube, so yeah. I then decided it'd be like a genius idea to spray it with water. Not sure why I did that, but too late now. And look, we're finally starting to paint. Let's go. I didn't really have a clue of what I was painting. I guess I was going for like grass and flowers or something. Oh, and we can see it. The page is already starting to lift up, so yeah, but we are gonna keep going. Yeah, because what else are we supposed to do? I always find painting like this to be so relaxing, like when you don't really have a plan, you just let the colors go on the paper. And I feel like my mind sort of just goes completely silent, so yeah, I love it. I also decided to add more paint because, like I said before, the acrylic paint is just absorbing into the paper, so I'm using a ton of paint on this, which kind of sucks, but it's too late to go back now, so we just have to trust the process at this point. And it was looking pretty good at this point. I had used a bunch of paint, but it was covering the page, so I was happy about that. But around this point, I decided to stop for a second and get more tape because it was just lifting up so much that I couldn't take it anymore. I'm back. I decided to shut up for a minute so you could hear like the paint peeling, but anyway. Now I'm mixing a slightly lighter green to start the next layer because we're gonna make this painting kind of like have dimension, you know? So we're making a little bit lighter of a green to make some sort of leaf like ish shapes. I don't really know how to explain it. We're just making sort of blobs, to be honest. Anywhere on the painting, on the paper, I guess. I was gonna say on the canvas, but this actually isn't a canvas, so yeah. Okay, hi. It's a few days later, and I realized that I just stopped talking for like parts of this video, so I'm back talking here. I'm adding some more dark green because I realized I wanted to add even more shades of green to this painting for some reason. And again, going in with the lighter green as well. Now adding some blue into this painting because I thought all the green was just a bit too much. So we're adding like a teal sort of turquoise kind of color. I don't know. I always get those two mixed up. But yeah, this bluish color to some of the green patches. And it's me in even a further future because I forgot to speak here again. I guess I didn't speak here because I had no clue what to talk about, and that is still true. So I guess I'm gonna blabber on until I continue talking like I did before, you know? Yeah, okay. It's mixed an even lighter blue, so we're gonna layer it even more on top of that. In a second, I decided to switch over to the smaller brush just to add a little bit more detail and have more control of where I want the paint to go. I find this also makes the paint blend better because I can use smaller brush strokes and it makes it more seamless. Okay, well, while I'm finishing up this step, I'm going to take this opportunity to ask everyone how the school year is going if you're in school, like I am, which sucks. How's it starting out? Because I just started like a couple weeks ago. And it's like fine so far, you know. I've obviously would rather still be in summer, but I'm still excited for autumn, so that's getting me through this. I feel the need to make it clear that I'm not still wishing it was summer. I just wish it was summer break, you know. I'm seriously so excited for fall though, and like all the burr months, like September, October, November, December, Christmas, Halloween. I'm so excited. I also still don't know what I'm doing for Halloween. I was thinking strawberry shortcake or like a haunted kind of fairy or something. I don't know. Anyway, next I just add some sort of abstract shaped leaves. They don't have to be perfect at all. This is honestly just for fun. So we're just adding these kind of weird, almost leaf shapes around the painting. I'm also using various different shades of greenish blues for this as well to add more dimension and shape to them. And I think they look a lot more cohesive if there's more than one color leaf. You can see that adding all of these different shades of green is adding lots of shadows to this and giving it more depth, which is what we want. I mean, hopefully it looks like that. I don't know, I'm going to tell myself it does. Wait, finding stuff to talk about and keeping this entertaining for this amount of time is so difficult for me. Like, I have no clue what to talk about. I am just making stuff up as I go along. As I'm watching this back now, I feel like I totally should have added little swirls to this painting. I think that would have been a power move, but too late now. Okay, we're going to do a brief intermission because I just got an Amazon package. This is my tripod. I'm not going to bother to move it because I'll never get it set up the exact same way again. So ignore it, okay? I need scissors. Can you guess what it is? By like this. It's Lauren Graham's book. I'm so freaking excited to read it. Talking as fast as I can. From Gilmore Girls to Gilmore Girls. Yay! This is my fall read. Ooh, I'm so excited. I've never seen the inside before, and it's got pictures and stuff. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, anyway, back to the painting. I let the painting dry for a little bit, and then I'm going back in and adding the flowers now, which is super exciting. So I went for this reddish color. I think it's called like, actually, I don't know, so never mind. And I mixed the green into it a little bit to make it a little bit more of a muted red color and not so strong on the page. The reason I went with red flowers is because green and red are complementary to each other, which means that this red is going to pop really nicely against the green background. Not being precise with these flowers at all, I'm making shapes that are like, you can just barely make out that they're flowers. I'm really just going with the flow in this, but I think they turned out okay, so this is your sign to not be so precise and exact with everything. It will be okay, just trust the process and have fun with it. So since it is a few days later while I'm recording this voiceover, I actually did finish the Lauren Graham book that I opened a few clips back, and I rated it like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was funny and interesting and super entertaining. So if you like Gilmore Girls or Lauren Graham, I totally recommend buying it. I'm also currently debating whether or not I should buy Kelly Bishop's book because I think that's sort of to do with Gilmore Girls as well, since it's called The Third Gilmore. And I think it would be really interesting, but I don't know. I don't really know what it's about. I'm just guessing, but yeah, it might be a fun read after I've read the Lauren Graham one. I am now just going to mix a slightly lighter red color, more of like a pinkish tone, and go on top of these red flowers because we're going to make it seem like these flowers are closer and the red ones are underneath these, if that makes sense. yeah, I don't know. Just watch what I'm doing, okay? If you check out my TikTok, there's a shorter version of this painting and loads of others, including Halloween and autumn themed paintings, which I think you'll love. So I would love if you check that out. My TikTok is Charlotte's Library with 2 Y's, but the link will be in the description if you'd rather just look there. Okay, do you see what I mean with the flowers? Is it looking kind of like they're layered on top of each other? I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Maybe it doesn't, but just pretend it does, okay? For the video, pretend. I also hate that after every flower I paint, I do that weird thing with my wrist. Like, why am I flicking it like that? I don't know. I'm sorry if you noticed that too, or if you're now noticing it because I brought it up, but I'm just doing it subconsciously. Is that the right word for it? I don't even know, but you know what I mean. Now just going back in with the lighter green color and adding some more almost leaves to the painting anywhere I feel like it, attached to the flowers to make them more cohesive. Again, I'm not being precise at all. I honestly think I would have benefited from using a smaller brush for these leaves, but that's okay. It's too late now anyway. But if you were to recreate this, I would say use a smaller brush for these. Now adding a little bit more of that blue so I can make the bluer toned leaves. Sorry, I'm literally like getting confused on what to say and stuff. Anyway, here I am adding more of the blue leaves. Okay, we're almost done, so exciting. By the way, I obviously did like cut out some bits to make this video not an hour long. I don't think it would have been an hour. I think I did this painting in like 45 minutes plus allowing time to dry in between the layers. But yeah, and now for the finishing touches, I'm just adding some little dots that could be petals, I suppose. I don't know. I'm adding some little dots in the red and blue just to add a little finishing touch to this painting. Okay, I'm gonna shut up again because we're about to peel the paint on this painting, which means we're done. So you can see the tape ripped the painting right here, which is so upsetting. Ugh, it pains me watching it back. Okay guys, I think this is the final painting. I'm gonna cut off this part. But yeah, look at the tape ruined this part right here. I'm really sad. I'm gonna like put some glue on it and fix it, but yeah, look at it. I want to tell you really quickly that this painting is available on my Etsy. It's Charlotte's Library with 2 Y's. Link in the description. Okay, bye! I wanted to show you really quickly in kind of more natural lighting. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this little paint along. Let me know what you think. And yeah, love you. Wait, I gotta do the kisses. Hello, I'm back. It's much later now. I was watching Scream 4 and now I'm watching Gilmore Girls because we need to watch something not spooky after watching a spooky movie. Even though I honestly don't find that Scream movie scary at all. So, anyway, I wanted to show you, I added some stuff to the painting, so I wanted to show you real quick. So, I cut off all the rough edges and then I added this white gel pen and some green marker to add the swirls like I was talking about earlier. See, power move. And I also fixed the top part where it was like peeling because of the tape. You can't even tell now, so yeah. Okay, that's it. Bye, love you, for real.